Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Tyrone back with Tech Life, and I think this is a big deal. So, yesterday I received a lot of emails during the Super Bowl and after the Super Bowl, and a lot of people voiced their opinion saying that, hey, T-Mobile spent a lot of marketing dollars that potentially could have went to the network for upgrades. Now, keep in mind, T-Mobile is a well-run company, and they know how to play the game, and they know what works for them. So they've always aggressively marketed and advertised at the Super Bowl in the last decade. Always. A lot of people ask me to this day, how did T-Mobile grow to the size of company that allowed them to merge with Sprint? I remember in the early 2010s, 11s, T-Mobile's coverage was very weak. They were a regional player at best, and even that was questionable. I remember with T-Mobile, I used to travel 10 to 15 minutes outside of city limits going to Las Cruces, New Mexico, and I had no service on their network. So even them being a regional player was very, very questionable. So yes, John and the Uncarrier movement, of course, sparked that movement of growth, but they've always been a competitor on the marketing. They've been a marketing machine, and that allowed them to grow the business to what it is today. The network has always been far smaller and far superior versus its competition. John knew that. I saw a documentary not too long ago, it was about 25, 30 minutes. John knew he could not compete against the big two with money. He just couldn't do it. And he knew the network wasn't up to par. So even investing that 4, 5, 6 billion dollars that they got early on in that transition when John took over, and then they got the iPhone on board, that helped, but the network was still far superior. But I mean, less superior. But what helped was the marketing. It really pushed them to the next level, and they did it again yesterday. So this is a short-term investment for long-term growth. That's really what it is. If you are inclined in any type of business, or business, that's what it is. It's short-term investing for long-term growth. So those ads that they did yesterday at the Super Bowl that played during the commercials, they were very specific, and I think they got the job done. So today I started noticing early in the morning browsing through YouTube, additional advertisements are airing now for T-Mobile, advertising the S21 for new and existing customers. Now that sounds very familiar. That's something that AT&T is doing. Mike Sievert said it on the earnings call for Q4. He said it on the last earnings call for Q3. They are flexible. They can compete in any type of quarter, low volume, mid volume, very competitive quarter. They compete, and they're flexible. And they just showed you, new and existing customers can now get a deal on the S21, something AT&T, you could say, is a trendsetter on. Now, does that mean that this is working for AT&T? Sure it is. Sure it's working. Yes, they're taking share. So T-Mobile responded. If some of their customers were leaving to go to AT&T to take advantage of this new deal, and then knowing that existing customers also can take advantage of that deal, well, T-Mobile just matched that. So it could potentially lower their churn in the future, and with their marketing, help them grow as well. They're going to market this far better than AT&T. I can tell you right now, they're a marketing machine. AT&T was completely absent from the Super Bowl yesterday. They On the wireless side, they displayed nothing. There was not one ad, not HBO Max, not displaying, hey, new and existing customers can take advantage. Nothing. They were absent. Verizon showed up, but a lot of people are saying their messaging is kind of mixed. It was available in parts of many cities. I mean, a lot of people are confused. How does that help with 5G availability? So I think T-Mobile's marketing is sending the clearest message. They have the largest 5G network, which is true. There's no doubt about it. But they are trying to change that perception because that helps and it's a big deal. And they are doing it, and it sounded like this year they will make that a priority. So be looking forward to more of investing in marketing for maybe the NBA playoffs, the NBA finals, anything big that may come up this year. Due to the pandemic, we may not be getting everything, but anything big that's going to bring a lot of people to watch or anything like that. Be looking forward for T-Mobile to make sizable investments in those events. So let me know what you think about this. Again, I think this is a big deal. I think T-Mobile knows how to play the game very well. They know what works for them. It doesn't have to work for the whole industry or for anybody else, but as long as it works for their business model, that's all that matters. And they know that. They know how to play the game. They know yesterday was very important. Short-term investment for long-term gain. I think those gains are going to far outweigh what they spent yesterday. And then they're just going to move forward with more advertising. And then again, there's another Super Bowl early next year. So let me know how you feel about this in the comment section down below. If you are new to the channel or you have been on the channel and you have not yet liked, shared, subscribed, make sure you do so. Hit the notification bell so you are notified when I do upload content. Make sure to follow the social media outlets for more updates and interaction. This is Tyrone with Tech Life. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.